There we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. We're gonna get it together. Let me turn this down. Facebook. I do not own the rights to this music. It is Trans Talk Tuesday. Let's hit it. Let's get it together. And we back. And just like that, we back. Hey. Hi, everybody. All right. I missed y'all. Through the week. There is a lot going on. There's a lot going on, honey. And today, and we're going to get to the bottom of a lot of things. There's going to be, I'm warning people right now that there are going to be some things that I'm going to be saying that is not going to be like favorable. You know what I mean? To a lot of people. And a lot of people might not like it, but guess what? You know what I mean? It's the truth. It's the truth. Hi, everybody that's coming in. Hi, Linda. Hi, Yvette. Hi, everybody. I need a light real quick because, I'm not going to spend too much time just saying hi. I really want to get into it. I've got 3 great topics ready for y'all. And a surprise one, I think, too. But, hi, how is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? I know I'm kind of late. I was supposed to be out here, be on here in the afternoon, but time did not allow that. So I am on right now. Please, if you have anybody that can benefit off of anything that I have to say or anything that we're discussing, please share across your platforms, at your leisure, Hold on, let me get a light. Real quick, because we're getting ready to talk real quick. I'm getting ready to turn this music down. Yes, this is black in the background. Y'all know I love my nostalgic music. So I decided to play them today. Hi, Charlie. What's going on? Yes, I do not own the rights to this music. This music belongs to Black. I'm playing them because, I was feeling them today. Very Rainbow Drive, very Time After Time, very all of that is what I was feeling today. Maya says, I'm good here at work finishing with some patient notes. Go ahead, Maya. You always working. You always working and doing the damn thing. That's what's up. Yeah, we've got some good topics today. We're going to get to them. First, I'm not in no particular order. Our 3 topics are the trans man that died. He was a cab driver. He died in Oklahoma. I saw a few comments that were on my nonprofit page that I did not appreciate and did not like. So I'm going to shed light on some of those comments that I saw. We have what I mean? Like people, there's one thing to take accountability for something, or if you put yourself at risk for something, that's one thing. But to try to justify somebody being killed, trying to justify that, that makes absolutely no sense. So whoever's comment that was, I had to let them have it because this particular trans man, and we really don't talk about trans men like that. There are trans men out here getting murdered and killed and attacked and bullied and all of those things too. And, we always, we are putting and keeping our focus on the trans women so much because it's happening so often, but it's happening to the trans men too. It's happening to the trans men too. And I'm going to make this here clear in 2020. There is no justification for murder. For somebody killing, for whatever fucking reason it is. There's no justification for that. You cannot justify that. You know what I mean? So I felt, I felt that it was my motherfucking duty, to get in her ass. To basically say, I don't care if the person in the cab knew that he was trans or not. I don't care what the reason is. That man didn't deserve to die like that. So just to let y'all know, it's not just the girls that it's happening to our trans men too. Yeah, Vernette, I see you, and I got you, because I had been looking for you. But yeah, I had did the other two. Yes, honey, I had to do it up. It's 2020. It's the first one. It's the first one of the new year. Yeah, so it's crazy. Oh, I can see Vernette, I can see your inbox. I'm on my computer over here so I can see it. Yeah, I got you. As a matter of fact, if you hang around or after the live is over, I got you. Because I did the other two already. But yeah, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is Armon Wiggins. This live is going to be dedicated to him because there are some things that I have to get off my chest. There's some things that I need to get on my chest. Get off my chest. And these things need to be said. Now, people are going to say, oh, or mainly him. He's the only one that's going to say it. Because first of all, I talk truth. Call it hating. Call whatever you want. I'm not hating on that child. But what you're not going to do is make a mockery out of my community. And be the reason why this thing. We're going to talk about this thing. This trans woman and gay men thing. It's got to stop. It's got to end. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm sick of looking at it. I'm tired of seeing the freaking posts related to trans women. I'm tired of seeing the posts comparing females to trans women. I'm tired of it. It ends. It ends. And believe me, if it don't end, I don't have to see it. I'm just going to go on a blocking spree because I'm tired and sick of seeing it. You know what I mean? What trans women do with their bodies, the freaking gay men chasing the trans men. I'm done with it all. With the sexualizing of the trans men, I'm done with it all. I see it, I'm nipping it in the bud, and that's it. I'm done. I'm done. So we're going to talk about him next. And then we're also going to talk about how do trans women and trans men feel about being at war and not being able to serve. There are some trans women that say, oh, okay, that's fine. Y'all didn't want me there anyway. And, I'm good. But there are others that really want to fight for their country and are feeling some type of way because they are banned and not, and not permitted to. So I'm going to get into some comments real quick. Maya says, girl shit is real in this world. I am here writing an incident report for some reason. These patients have the nerve to question my gender identity. Yeah, it's a lot. Octavia says, girl, I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. Being trans who someone truly is not a fucking trend. No, it's not. No, it's not. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be treated as that. It shouldn't be treated as that. You know what I'm saying? Then we have the gay. You know what? I'm gonna start with this person. This person who was dubbed the Ken doll or something like that. Ultimate Ken doll or something like that. Now transitions and now she's a female. Called Roddy. Okay. Now, a lot of you out there, okay, I understand what you mean when you say, let people live their life. Yeah, I'm getting to that, Octavia. Okay, best believe I'm getting to that. I am getting to that. There's 19 people on here. I need like 19, share this shit. Because this is about to be real. We're going to be here for a while. I'm sorry, boy. I was very late today. Yeah, so, see, that's the AN. That is the thing. Ken doll, okay? For a person that has always felt on the inside like they were female and identifying with the female gender is not going to get $500,000 worth of surgeries. Okay? Getting 6 packs under surgeries and things of that nature, and identify with anything masculine. I understand, let the person be who they want to be and blah, 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 blah. I understand all that. But what I am saying is, in order to have some type of dysphoria, that means you are uncomfortable with who you are in the gender that you're in. You understand? That means you are uncomfortable. So the thought of 6 packs, the thought of muscles, the thought of hard jawlines, the thought of any masculine features, bitch, it's going to fuck with your psyche. It's going to fuck with you up here. This particular person made money, made appearances, went here, there, and everywhere, looking like the Ken doll that he was. So now that the novelty has worn off on the whole Ken doll, you now want to transition. I'm not going for it. Y'all can go for it, but I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. That child's free to be whoever he or she wants to be. I understand that. I understand that. But what you're not going to do is associate trans women with what you are personally going through, because that is not trans. Not when you can live half your life as one way and be comfortable up in it. People don't understand what the word dysphoria means and how it has an effect on trans women and trans men. They don't understand it. They think it's more physical, and it's not. It is a balance of mental and physical. It's a balance of them both. So, Miss Roddy, girl. And then when you transition, you don't transition into something that is more like monotone or, something to where you'd fit in. You transition to this over the top, you know what I mean? This misconception of what a Barbie looks like. No, he's not transitioning back to a man. Apparently, he still feels female, and that's the life that that she is now. But my point is that if you're in interviews saying and talking to people, then one of the quotes was, I really do hope men look at me admiringly as opposed to thinking I look weird. That goes to show you that your intentions on why you transition are not valid to me and will never be valid to me. Because you're transitioning on the conception on how men view you. And not how you look. I mean, not who you are. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Niambi, does not have to accept any transition that comes my way. I do not have to. I've been in transition 27 years. I know what a transition looks like. I know what it is when someone feels like that they are in the wrong body. And they weren't made, not someone who is comfortable and then sees the element of trans and then transitions. That's not dysphoria, and that's not trans to me. It's not. It's not. Like I said, y'all can go for it. I'm not going for it. I shouldn't have to be. I'm not obligated to accept everything that comes my way. Okay, Charlie says she didn't want to look weird, but look like a badly drawn cartoon. Like how elementary school kids exaggerate features, but it's not attractive. And see, the thing about it is that's exactly what she's going for. She's going for being attractive and being this, like, I guess, like over-exaggerated Betty Boop character, I guess. But I just think it's really, really convenient. She doesn't want to be viewed as weird. Bitch, you were viewed as weird, honey, $250,000 into your surgeries. Because number one, you didn't need that much. What needs to be attacked first is the body dysmorphia disorder and all of those disorders that surround surgery. That needs to be attacked first before you can take on transition. Because there's a great deal of realization that has to happen first. Understand? There's a great deal of realization like, bitch, I have a problem with surgeries. Attack that first. And this doesn't just go for that child. There's a lot of people in our scene that are obsessed with the look of surgeries and all of that. You know what I'm saying? However, they know and realize in their brain that I'm uncomfortable in my own body and the transition comes first. Then the act of overdoing it with the surgeries comes after that. This person had this whole freaking conception that, I am the ultimate Ken doll. Bitch, when you're getting freaking six-pack abs and freaking getting male chest put in and freaking hard jaw lines and freaking back wings and muscles, bitch, you're trying to be masculine. And now after years, that didn't work out, so now you're transitioning. No, I don't have to accept that. I don't have to accept it. I'm not going to, I would never disrespect the child. Mila says, but she did say that she has a problem. Her surgeries are her addiction. I understand that. But when you say trans woman, when you use terms like trans woman and female, listen, I know every trans woman that's on here, they in their minds and in their mental, they feel female. Bitch, they're not going to go and get $500,000 worth of surgeries to look like a male. If they feel like a female, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. When you say things like, I've always felt, bitch, that means you've always felt. I have no choice but to take that for how you say it. You've always felt, I've always felt. So I'm not going to go and get surgeries and do the opposite. I'm not. I'm not going to do that. But like I said, that person is entitled to live however they want to live. You know what I mean? It doesn't need my approval. But I'm just saying, when we say things and throw out all these terms, we need to know what we're talking about and how we mean things. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just throwing these terms out here and not knowing, what they mean. So now, on to Armon. Now. I'm sure the majority of you know who Armon Wiggins is. I'm going to put out my disclaimer. This is in no way to bash, downplay who he is, but this is about downplaying what he is doing. Y'all are sending me all these daggone messages and I'm on live. Octavia says, let me speak as a trans woman. I'm going to get a tad personal, but fuck it right now. I have not had bottom nor top surgery, but I still tell my friends and family, etc., to call me a woman because that is what I identify as. In my opinion, having a surgery doesn't make you trans. It's all mental. Listen, and the thing about it is, as long as you're making the particular steps to create your journey in transition, some people don't need moans or surgery. I understand that. You know what I mean? Some people don't want to go through because all surgeries are very evasive and, you know what I mean? There's some life-threatening surgeries. I mean, there's a lot of shit that goes with surgeries, and not everybody wants to go through that. I understand that completely. What I'm saying is a person that actually has the ways and the means to get surgery and actually wants it is not going to get surgeries the complete opposite of what they're going for. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to do the total opposite. Oh, I've always freaking, that's like me saying I've always felt like a woman, honey, but I want to go out and freaking take testosterone and get all of these masculine surgeries. It makes no sense. It doesn't compute to me. When I say that I've always felt as a woman, that's what that means. Whether I have surgery or not. Yeah, because let me tell you something. There's a great deal of girls that look at girls who don't have the SRS as less than, and men and all of that. And I'd be the first one to tell you, honey, SRS is not for me. Does that dictate my transition and how I feel about myself? And you know what I mean? Does that dictate my transition? No, it doesn't. You know what I mean? There are some girls that feel that SRS will validate them. You know what I mean? As the last part of their process. There are many trans people that feel like that they do not need that to validate them. And I'm one of those women. Letitia says, I totally agree. Plus, some people can't take hormones because of health reasons. I used to be one of those people because it used to destroy my kidneys and my liver. You know what I mean? It was just recently that I was able to get back on them in small doses. You know what I mean? There was a long amount of years that I wasn't able to take them. Because of me taking them in excess when I was a kid. I was taking them so much. And I didn't know and wasn't aware of the intake of hormones that was coming into my body. That were coming into my body. So, yeah. So, you know, this thing with Armon I gotta talk about because it's gonna wear me out if I don't. Armon Wiggins is a vlogger. He vlogs about all different types of issues. I've seen trans people on his show. I've also seen him read trans women. I've also seen him cover like all different stories, like with Michaela Booker and like some of the trans women that have been murdered within the past couple years. There was a post that he put up with I believe that's Megan Thee Stallion. She was in a bathing suit. She was in a bathing suit, I guess on a beach or whatever. She was basically, you know, showing off, you know what I mean, being feminine and all of that. And I guess because she is, you know, she knows that she is more of an Amazon looking woman. And she, you know, that's why she's called Megan Thee Stallion. And for some reason or another, there are people out there that associate that, some type, you know, being Amazon or being, you know, bigger or a female being bigger and broader with being a man or trans. So he has the picture up there with the caption. Something like, oh, I like Meg and all, But this is giving me tranny / man vibes. Let's talk about this. Okay. First and foremost, clearly you see and clearly you know that this female is a female. Why in the fuck? Okay, number one, first and foremost, why are you associating trans with man, first of all? Trans and man are two totally different things, unless it's a trans man, unless this person is a trans man. I've kind of like had it with this particular person. Because like all this shit is really getting ready to stop happening in 2020. And anytime that I see it, I'm either going to block or just pull up in the inbox and just freaking handle it accordingly. I'm doing this on a live right now. Octavia said, Niambi, bitch, no, my phone's on 5% and I'm on the highway. Girl, please upload this. I gotta go. Yes, it will be on my YouTube channel. I'll be uploading this Trans Talk Tuesday on my YouTube channel. It will be on bit.ly/Miss Niambi, MS Niambi. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, before anybody says that I'm hating on this man or whatever, I used to be a fan. I used to be a fan of him. I used to watch him. I used to see what he had to say, because he has like similar views that are like unpopular, kind of like me. So that made me kind of like, look at him and just kind of like pay attention to him a little bit. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to associate trans with man anything, trans women with man anything. And we're not going to associate females who are clearly females and are females with the trans woman experience neither. The first thing that people say when they see a female that's maybe a little bit taller than the rest, or a little bit broader than the rest, or might have a few masculine features, is that's a man. No, it's not. You're being disrespectful. You're being fucking disrespectful. And I needed to stop. Because baby, this mouth, the way this mouth is set up, honey, from the 90s, from 1992 to 1999, the way this mouth is set up, honey, I can ruin a lot of folks. Van Warren says, plus isn't the term tranny offensive also? Yes, it is, to me. There are a lot of girls that don't mind that, but for me, tranny equals trash to me. When you say tranny, it's like trash. They call trannies, they call transmissions trannies out of a car. I don't want to be associated with that. I don't want to be referred to as that. So to me, it's offensive. To me, it's offensive. There's a lot of girls that allow that. You know what I mean? And even some of the ones that post it, you know what I mean? It kind of like triggers me a little bit. I don't like seeing it. I don't like girls referring to themselves as that. I don't. Tranny equals trash to me. When you type the word tranny into the search engine in Google, when you're searching for shit, and then you click images, honey, you'll see what you're associated with. A whole bunch of porn, a whole bunch of fetishizing, and you say that you don't want to be fetishized, but you're referring to yourself as tranny. That's fetishizing yourself. Because when you look on Google, honey, it's nothing but freaking dicks and balls and chicks with dicks and all of that shit on there. So, yeah. Do not refer to me as that. Do not refer to anybody that I know as that. Seriously. So, but it has to stop. And that type of behavior is what kind of, keeps perpetuating the trans woman versus gay men thing. That's the type of shit that keeps it going. Because it's disrespectful. It is disrespectful. You know, especially when you're basically using the community, pulling up in their inbox, trying to get their freaking stories to capitalize off their stories for views. Girl, you was just in Mariah's inbox asking her about fucking Malik Yoba. You was just all up in her inbox, bitch. But you don't need nobody for views and likes and clicks. Stop begging the girls for topics, Miss Thing. See, now I'm starting to. Now I'm starting to. Woo! All right. Walk it off. Walk it off, Nambi. Walk it off. Walk it off. Walk it off. Like, people have nerve. People have nerve. Stop capitalizing off our stories. You know what I mean? But don't want to support shit. You don't want to support nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Yaris. I just gotta walk it off because it's disgusting. It's disgusting. You wanna, capitalize and, appropriate and all of these things, you know what I mean? Just to get popularity because trans is the in thing. Bitch, trans is the in thing until either one of us dies. Okay. Trans is the in thing until, they take some sort of something right or privilege from us. Bitch, where is all of this? Where is all of this shit, bitch, when we need people? But people want to freaking capitalize off our stories. Where the people at? Where the people at? What's going on, Nisi? What's going on, Santina? Where are the people at? I don't get it. Where are the people at when all of these things are happening? Where were the people, honey, when we was freaking, when there was trans women walking on Washington? You know what I mean? Like, where are the people? But bitch, a trans woman that gets stuffed in the car and it's set on fire can get shared over social media over a fucking million times. Please, somebody explain this to me. Please, somebody explain this to me. Trans women and trans men are all right when it's, when it's sexual. When it's sexual. When we're fetishized. This post that I saw about freaking trans men today made me sick to my stomach with all of the comments that was in there. Just basically fetishizing and sexualizing them. Because, see, I look at trans men as my brothers. Yes, there are many, many, many attractive trans men out there. However, I look at them as brothers. So, bitch, when I look in these comments and see, it's like they're doing it to my family. So, it bothers me. When I see all of this, oh, yeah, and just a whole bunch of freaking fetishizing, and the majority of them freaking trans, here's a freaking update. Here's a PSA. The majority of them trans men ain't studying y'all, though. The majority of them trans men are not studying y'all. There's a few that do, but I'm just saying, the majority don't. I just needed to put that out there because it might be a reality check for a few people. Come on. I mean, it's not necessary to look and appear so thirsty. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But, Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off of Miss Armon, but that needs to stop, because that is the main reason why we have this like pull and tug between trans women and gay men. Stop the comparison. Constantly comparing. Everybody's got their own lane. Just respect people's boundaries and respect each other, and that's it. There's no need to freaking constantly compare. A trans woman is in a totally different lane than a female. Yes, they're both women, but they live two totally different experiences as women. I mean, it's just it's ridiculous. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. So, and I don't have nobody here to explain it to me, so I'll just be rambling on Tuesdays. Bitch, I wish I could freaking bring somebody on here. Jeez. I hate that feature is gone. I hate that feature is gone. Yeah. So, yeah. So, at the end of the day, I think I have her blocked already. But I saw her post and it kind of like, triggered me a little bit to talk. I was much more upset the other day. I calmed down a lot. I calmed down a lot. But yeah. But just like when I see posts out there, like whether it's about gay men or whether it's trans women or whatever it is, like, unless it's a personal thing, like if it's a personal thing, I don't get involved. It's a little hot in here. I might have to turn this air on. If it's a personal thing, I don't get involved. I hope y'all can hear me. At least I got the air on in here. Yeah, so if it's a personal thing, I don't even get involved like with it. But bitch, if it's like a general statement that affects like, a group of gay men or a group of trans women, I'm getting involved. Because everybody has their own lane and everybody just needs to respect each other's fucking lane. And that child, Armon Wiggins, that child, the old looking child in the basement from a secret location. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to give that child all of my energy like that, but what I'm going to say is consider this a warning. Because I don't want to stay on this too long, but consider this a warning. Stop with the freaking comparison between females and trans women. Everybody has their own lane. Because that is what keeps the shit with trans women and gay men going. You know what I mean? Say what you mean when another thing, like when you're in transition or you have the, idea that you would like to transition. And I'm going to say this. I've always felt like I was in the wrong body is different than I no longer feel comfortable in the body that I was born in. I'm going to say this again. I've always felt like I was born in the wrong body is different than I no longer feel comfortable in the body that I was born in. These are two different dynamics of transitioning. And we have to treat them accordingly. I'm not saying, they're not the same. There are ways to transition, but those are different ways. You cannot treat those the same. You cannot treat those things the same because it's different. It is different. Hello to the people that are coming in. I know I'm a little late. I was supposed to be on here at 12:30, but I am on now. I have a little bit more time now. And you know, I just, I'm just like a lot of shit that keeps just happening every year. It's the same shit, the same dynamic, the same conversations. Like, why do we have to teach grown ass adults how to respect each other? Why is that such like a hard thing to do? I don't understand it. Hi, Claudia. I don't understand it. Why that's just such a hard concept. I don't understand it. But bitch, as much respect as I give to other people, bitch, I demand it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Bitch, I respect everybody, so bitch, I expect the same in return. That's just how that goes. But bitch, when I see so much of respect, we get so much disrespect from things outside of our dynamic. Why do we have to put up with it from each other? Why? Why do we got to put up with it from each other? It makes absolutely no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense to me. We have trans people that aren't able to serve in our country, for our country. You have a lot of them that say, I don't care. I don't need to serve. I don't need to serve. You know what I mean? You have others that are happy. Brandon says, because of the mentalities and dynamics, people are going to be people, and unfortunately, it's a table turner all the time. And it's insane. Moo says that's how blacks are. And you know what? Moo? I learned that a long time ago. I learned that a long time ago. What's going on, Tavon? Yeah, I learned that a long time ago. That it's people that look like us that treat us the worst. It's the ones that look like us that treat us the worst. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Everybody talks about how bad other, races are. But, bitch, if you look, like, bitch, who's treating you better? Like, really? We're not talking about how you were treated 450 years ago. We're talking about how you're treated and respected now. Bitch, like who's treating you better? And, I'm a person that doesn't look at race. You know what I mean? If you respect me, you get the respect back. But, bitch, looking at the statistics, looking at the motherfucking statistics, bitch. Who's worse? Who's worse? Like, I just don't understand. I do not understand. Tavon says white people are more accepting of homosexuality than any other race. I agree. Because in our culture, it's shit that's been just passed down. It's just been generations and generations of hate that's just been passed down. That's just been passed down for generations. About how men are supposed to be this and women are supposed to be this, and if you're gay, you're nasty, and if you're trans, you're crazy, and if you're, you know what I mean? Like, that shit has been passed down from generations to generations. It's like a generational curse. It has. But when does the generational curse break? When does it break? Because I'm the type of person, bitch, I'm going to show you who I am before you try to judge me based off the fact that I'm trans. So by the time I'm finished showing you who I am as a person, being trans is not going to matter. And then if you don't feel like that, I have the choice to not even associate with you. That's just, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Mumu says, but I love my people still in awe. Yeah, I mean, I love my African American people. I just don't like the shit that they do. But, you know what I mean? Hating them would be hating myself. You know what I mean? But I don't hate anybody. Unless you prove that you deserve to be hated. If you prove you deserve to be hated, honey. But I don't know. We're in a different era now. You know what I mean? We're in a brand new decade. You know what I mean? Why are we doing the same shit from previous years? It makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense for us to be doing the same shit to each other. To each other. Yup. So, I wanted to touch on relationships, because this was something that I was supposed to talk about last week, but I decided to hold off on it. I want to talk about trans people and relationships, because being as though trans is the only letter of the LGBT community that is not associated with sexual attraction, I definitely wanted to tackle this, because I want to talk about relationships. I want to talk about marriage. I want to talk about children. All of this rolled up into one right now. It is extremely hard as a trans person to, particularly trans women, to find someone as far as relationships, as far as marriage, you know what I mean? It's particularly hard because trans people are the only letter of the LGBT community that's not based around sexuality. For trans people, sexuality is an open thing. Let me be clear. I'm going to say this again. Being trans is not a sexuality, so it is an open spectrum of different things and anything. If you're gay or classified as gay or a gay male, you are gay. If you are a lesbian, you know what I mean? Primarily, you're attracted to women. You are lesbian. That's who you are attracted to sexually. If you are bisexual, you basically love both sexes. But for trans people, it can be any one of those things. Any one of those things. It can be lesbian. It can be bisexual. It can be, you know what I mean, gay or whatever. You know what I mean? It is an open thing. So my thing is, now that everyone knows this, because I just broke all of this down, why is it that trans women and trans men, whenever they get into some type of relationship or some type of encounter, that is not, like I said, I don't want to say approved. How can I say this? that is not, in your scope, in your mental scope, bitch, we then get like looked at so many, we then get looked at differently. You know what I mean? Like, but I want to be honest and upfront. Like, share this with a friend because I'm going to be honest and upfront. Okay, we're going to talk, and since everybody wants to, base trans around like body parts and all of that stuff, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it right now. Okay. Okay, with trans women, okay, we primarily go towards men who, are of a particular, look, you know what I mean? This portrayal of like Banji and like rough, tough boys or whatever. Lately, we've been getting together with guys that ultimately, honey, have it out for us and want to fucking kill us. But before that, it's pretty much we want to be with this one type of particular guy. Okay. We try to stay in LGBT settings. You know what I mean? That doesn't really work. You know what I mean? We try to go after these guys that normally would go for females. A lot of times that doesn't work neither. Based on body parts and their mental capacity to be able to handle that. So it's like we're kind of like an impasse as being the only letter that is not based around sexuality. So I kind of wanted to ask y'all, like, what if there are trans people out there that are in a relationship, like, how is it going? What did you do? Did you make a conscious decision to find it, or did it just fall in your lap? Like, there's a lot of things that I want to know, because a lot of these things now and a lot of these relationships now are unconventional. They're unconventional now. You have trans women with trans men. You have trans women with gay men. And you have, trans women with, basically everyone. You know what I mean? And this is kind of how I like to, to keep it, because when you say trans, it's not based around anything that is sexual. It is not based on who you sleep with at all. So I just need a little bit of leniency with people if they see a trans man with a trans woman, or a trans woman with a gay man. You know what I mean? It's because they are attracted to each other. Like, all of that shit that you heard when you first came out, that's a bunch of freaking bullshit, and they're all myths. Or even two gay men together. Two, flamboyant, feminine acting gay men. If they're together, that means they're attracted to each other. And that is who they want to be with. Everybody has this ideal, this thought of this ideal man that they should be with. Bitch, you can't control that. Bitch, when love comes your way, it could be, you know what I mean? It could be in a freaking homeless man on the street. It's not something that you can control. You know what I mean? Like, if you cannot control who you're attracted to. Like, if your attraction is there for that person, it's just there. You can't control that. Like, I knew at 5 I was attracted to men. Did girls try to talk to me? Yes. But bitch, that is not who I was attracted to. No matter, and there were people in my class that used to try, bitch. Like, bitch, they used to try. But bitch, that is not, like, after a while I felt like I was being forced to be that when I'm not that. So I love seeing, what I love seeing is no matter who they are, no matter what they identify as, well, I almost fell. No matter who they identify as, I love seeing two people that love each other, that are attracted to each other, that, you know, that really, really, really are into each other, no matter who they are. Let's see what Brandon says. Brandon says, the tolerance and acceptance factor relationships is livid. Sometimes because you have a few handful of trans folks that make it successfully. Not only that, I hate that girls deals with niggas that only appreciate them for certain things, which is abhorrent to me. Personally, for me, it would be a great experience to interact with a trans woman, but because of how my dynamics and certain about myself, it's just not possible. Yeah, like, I mean, it's crazy, and I'm gonna say, like, I don't, like, without putting all your business out there, Brandon, I'm gonna say, with the type of person that you are and how, dare I use to say, woke as you are at your particular age, and the way you look at things and the way you look at the world, it's and how everybody else is in comparison to everybody else is, it's going to be freaking difficult. It's definitely going to be difficult. I don't know, maybe one day I'll give you a little reading or something like that. A little love reading or something, because, you know, like, I could see how it could definitely, you know, be difficult for you. Yes, Mike, you are late again. Yes, I've been on for a while. Yes. Yeah, so, you know, I just want to basically say, as far as Armon, like, listen, like, stay up out of trans people's inbox. Stay out of their inbox. Cause, bitch, I'm gonna be right there, like what? I'm gonna be there like what? Like, no. It's like, no. You know what I mean? Just stay out of their inbox. Stop, you know what I mean, trying to capitalize off of, you know, trans stories. Bitch, and girls, if you smart, bitch, get yourself a contract. If you gotta go through all of your trauma and all of that stuff and relive all of the freaking shit that you've been through, like in interviews and stuff like that, and talking to people about, bitch, make sure you're getting a fucking check. Hello. Goodbye. Hello again. Get a check. Thank you, Mike. Get a check. Because that's me in 2020, honey. I'm not talking about the stuff that I share with y'all is because it's on my social media. But, bitch, I'm not freaking sharing shit with nobody. Bitch, and my freaking history goes all the way back to 1992, honey. I have a wealth of knowledge and history. LOL, I feel you, but I understand people just have things that they are interested and attracted to. What's for me is for me, and also for trans too. Also need to be stopped. That's why I said I didn't want to put your business out there like that. Gosh, at least I gave you a disclaimer. I did give a disclaimer. Oh. Yes. Well, this is my midlife commercial. If don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is bit.ly/MSNeambi. The M is capitalized. I think I'm at like 98 subscribers. I'm almost at 100. So, you know, even if 2 people can freaking go subscribe to my YouTube channel, y'all can push me over that 100, honey. What else? If you are feeling generous, I forgot to put this in at the beginning of the live. If you are feeling generous and you would like to help with trans resources and help to get my 501c3, my paperwork for my nonprofit, so I can be a U.S.-based charity and be able to get grants to help all of my trans folks, trans men and trans women alike. I just pinned it in the comment section. That is the Mike. That's the donate link. I'm gonna put the what do you call it? I'm gonna put the link to the thing. This is the second one. That's the link to the YouTube channel, the Miss Niambi one. There it is. That's the one that's underneath. The top one is the donate link, and the bottom one is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It has all of my like shenanigans. Previous Trans Talk Tuesdays is on there, as well as a few Vogue videos that I'm trying to like build my video collection and stuff like that. I got a lot of stuff coming up. I will be live again on Thursday for ballroom shit. I will be live again on Friday for free readings, for free NBC's readings. Go to the NBC's Facebook page to find out how to score your free reading. All you gotta do is like share the website or share, you know. I don't know. But Mike, if you can't click on it, you can go to the description of this video and any of my videos. I have it right there. You can go right into the description of any of my videos and you can find it. Find the YouTube link there. It'll take you right there. And let me see what else. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to talk about. I'm surprised Michaela is not here. She usually has some good topics to discuss. But yeah. You know. We talked about, let's see, what did we talk about? We talked about trans in the military. I would have loved to have somebody that was on, and mind you, I know people that have been in the military and all of that, and I would have loved to have gotten their viewpoints. But, you know, they off doing something else. We talked about Armon Wiggins and the photo of Megan Thee Stallion, the references to being tranny and man being cohesive together. They are not. I see a lot of times gay men do this, and it's starting to get on my nerves. There's many people, you know, there's many trans women that might like that sort of thing or that sort of reference, but I think it's very, very disrespectful. I think it's very, very disrespectful to associate any type of trans woman, you know, or, you know, to being male or man. It's disrespectful. You know what I mean? This is my nephew. DJ Suede on the track. Hold on. I have to answer this. I love y'all. There will be a part 2. I'll be back in like 30 minutes.